Good evening and welcome to the final night of the Canadian Improv Games National Tournament! Please welcome to the stage your referees, Jack, Lisa, and George!
Everyone to the Canadian Improv Games! My name is George and I will be your head referee for this evening. Please give it up for your timekeeper, Lisa!
Hello everybody! Scenes tonight will go to a maximum of 4 minutes. They don't have to use all of that time, but when the 4 minutes is up, I will be blowing my whistle and the scene will be over. I will give time calls at 1 minute and 30 seconds. They'll sound like 1 minute, 1 minute, and 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Now, over to Jack for suggestions.
Hello, I am Jack. I'm going to be your lines person for tonight. Woo! Now, we need great suggestions in order to fuel great scenes, and we're going to grab them from you, the audience. Good suggestions help fuel scenes and are helpful. Bad suggestions are gross, specific, and downers. Don't yell them at me, please, and thank you. Perfect. In order to practice yelling suggestions, I'm going to get you to yell your name on the count of 3. Not yet. Very good. We're going to practice this on 1, 2, 3. Good. Thank you. That's suggestions. Back to the head ref.
Now, we do not want these scenes this evening to be interrupted by beeping or flashing of any kind, so please take out your cellular devices and make sure they are not going to make any noise and no flash photography. So this evening, teams will be playing 4 out of a possible 5 events. The life and the theme events are mandatory, so they must do them, and each event will be explained just before you see it for the first time, so you know a little bit about what's coming. We would like to remind everyone that we are here to cheer for everyone. So, we would like to do that with the following chant. You'll hear us do it later on. A little practice goes like this. Everyone, what? Everyone, what? Everyone, what? Everyone, what? Everyone, what? Everyone, what? Wonderful, that's how it goes. My goodness, well, speaking of everyone, who's ready to meet the teams? Let's meet your first team of this evening, GISS! Please welcome to the stage, Canterbury! Vanier! Thank you so much. Boy, what wonderful, talented people we have surrounding us right now. I would like to take a moment to recognize the Algonquin Nation, on whose traditional unceded territory the National Arts Centre is located, where we are grateful to create, learn, perform, and play. Now, this whole week you've heard the team of referees given the oath of the Canadian Improv Games, but to deliver the oath this evening, please welcome to the stage esteemed guest and founder of the Canadian Improv Games, Old Man Improv himself.
Salute you! Give me an I! Give me an M! Give me a P! Give me an O! Give me an O! Give me an X! What's that spell? What's that spell?
Improx?
Close enough! My very great privilege to administer the Canadian Improv Games oath. Will everyone please rise? Higher. Would you please place your right hand upon your heart and your left hand upon someone next to you with their permission? And would you please repeat after me? We have come together. In the spirit of loving competition. To celebrate the Canadian High School Improv Games. Oh, we promise to uphold the ideals of improvisation. To cooperate with one another. To learn from each other. To commit ourselves to the moment. And above all.
As most of you know here, it is my first time at the Canadian Improv Games. What an honor that was to be standing next to that man. Give it up one more time for Howard Jerome. Wonderful. The first event you'll be seeing this evening is a character event.
And a character event tonight is going to be a scene featuring an original character.
That's right, doing that character event, GISS!
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Joe from the internet, and I'm here to ask for an adjective, such as spicy or loud.
Thank you. You have asked for an adjective. You have received slimy. GISS doing their character event with the suggestion of slimy, and we'll see the scene in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
As soon as I came out of my shell, I was disgusted with myself. When I saw myself in the mirror, I just shrunk into myself. Back into my shell I went.
Slugzarella, you're so covered in goop that every time we touch you, everyone just slips away. Bye. Slugzarella, you can barely hold any meaningful relationship because again, everyone
Cinderella was so hard. Oh, have you ever tried to fit in when you look like a piece of booger?
We are the Shell family.
Yes.
My name is Shelly, and this is my husband Shelvin, and this is our daughter Slugzarella.
Hi.
Slugzarella, no soap operas for you.
No soap for you either.
We just lie around in the garbage all day, and if you can't deal with that, then you'll have to go out of the family and onto the snail trail.
I want to live a romantic life. Is that so hard to ask?
Every night, the television sat in an ominous corner.
Watch me, Slugzarella. Oh, soap opera! I owe everything to you. You never slip out of my hands.
I love you, Denise. I love you too, Robert.
Let's get married.
And we will be together forever.
A ring would just slip off my finger. Oh. If I ever want to find love, I have to keep to myself. Stay inside my family shell. Stay inside my family shadow.
Or so you think. We are the gang of rogue insects. And we don't have shells. We have many legs and disgusting fluids like you.
You're not afraid to show them. And you're French, like the soap opera stars.
Yes.
Let me join you. I joined the gang of bugs, and soon I was their leader, letting little bits of slime out at a time.
Disgusting.
Gross. I love it. I'm into it. The more they hyped me up, the more my body began to protrude slime. Slugzarella! Slugzarella! It is me, your papa. What have you become? Me and your mother are so disappointed. I outgrew my shell.
And with that, it popped off her back.
30 seconds.
Oh my gosh, you've discovered love in a way we never wanted you to. Friendship? What is this?
I have acceptance within my group of people, the people I chose, and I have acceptance of self.
Disgusting.
I love it. Papa, you're just as gross as I am, and you know it. We can be together.
My goodness. Now, next up, we're going to be seeing a theme event. Now, what's that?
Theme event is an exploration of a theme, and tonight, in honor of CIG alum Sandra O, themes will be titles of Grey's Anatomy episodes.
Doing that theme event will first be Canterbury. Okay, you are going to be picking a number from the ball.
They have picked the number 5.
Your theme is Time Stops.
Time
Fantastic. Next up this evening, we're going to be seeing a style event.
And a style event is going to be a scene that recreates a style.
Wonderful. Doing that style event, Luther.
Hi, I'm Alice. I'm Leanna. And we're from Luther. And we will be doing our style event in the style of a musical.
Conventions of this style include instrumentation
The advancement of character and theme through song.
and chorus work such as dancing or harmonization,
And what we need from you is an original musical title like,
such as The Prickly Penguin.
but not like Hamilton.
Thank you. You have asked for an original musical title. You have received The Night of 1,000 Stars. This is Luther doing their style event with the suggestion of The Night of 1,000 Stars. And we'll see this scene in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Constellation Nebula.
The Big Dipper and Orion. Constellations, constellations.
And over there, we see Paul. He's been wanting to go to space all his life. And now he's finally here.
Constellation, your destination.
But what else does Paul want?
reporting for duty. I'm about to strap in.
This might be a tough flight for you, Paul.
This is quite the pickle. You know, Paul, you've gone through 6 months of training, but your head's all been in the clouds lately.
I know, guys. But this is what I really want.
Are you sure?
I do.
All right, start the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up it goes, up it goes. Watch out for that nebula. Space. Capsule releasing.
It's so beautiful up here. I can see my home. I can see my family watching me, holding me to come home. And gravity, just lifting me up. I see in front of me my whole future. Reporting a strange sound, which is very really strange because we're in space and there's not a lot of sound.
Somebody help me! I think you should check it out, Commander.
Okay, Roger.
Oh, who dare enter this space cavity?
Unlocking
One
the door
minute,
now.
1 minute.
About to go on EVA.
Please help me. I was flying in my space shuttle and I fell out and I've been floating through space ever since.
Whoa, finding the void.
Grab onto me.
Grab onto me, gravity is pulling me.
We're tethered together and we're tethered to home. Take a seat with me, just see the earth down there. We can make it if you believe. If you believe.
Starting capsule.
About to make re-entry. Just hold on to me.
Wonderful. Next up this evening, we'll be seeing a story event.
And a story event is a scene that tells an original story.
That's right. Let's see that story event from R.E. Mountain.
Hi, I'm Emily. And I'm Malika. And we will be doing our story in the form of multiple narration. And what we need from you, the audience, is a non-geographical location, such as an attic.
Thank you. You have asked for a non-geographical location. You have received a dockyard.
Oh, sorry. What is
A
that?
dockyard.
Where ships are?
Thank you. Definition.
For the purposes of this evening, a dockyard would be described as an area on land next to a dock where ships arrive.
Got it.
Thank you. This is R.E. Mountain doing a story about the concession of a dockyard. And we'll see this scene in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In a dockyard. There was slimy algae all over the dock. And you could constantly smell the scent of salt and fish. Fishermen would leave their rods and strings all over the place where people would trip in it. I'm just a little fish.
the boats could be tied up. And at this dockyard was the head sailor, Tim. Tim loved water, and he was constantly doing a backstroke. On land. Tim had big sweaters on to keep away all of the cold.
It's easy, it's breezy, but it's not so beautiful.
Every single drop of sweat was laced with salt.
Tim, I brought you another sweater. You were cold.
Oh, yes, it's quite cold out today.
What else is your right-hand man for, am I right?
You are right.
You always know how to make me laugh. Tim loved docking the ships, and he needed his right-hand man to tell the ships exactly where they were going.
You always know just the right post where that ship is supposed to go.
That's why my name is Right, because I know the right way.
Oh, yeah, my Switzerland sailor, y'all.
Oh, yeah. We've been a long way on this journey.
Oh, yes, and we've finally come here. But where will we put our boat?
I don't know.
I hear there's a bunch of Swedish sailors coming in, and we gotta get them to the right spot.
I've got you here. Take another sweater, I'll get them docked.
You know, if we can dock this boat and get off this land while we can finally explore this country we've been wanting to see.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how'd you get on our boat?
Oh, I just watched it over there. Hi.
Boat docking!
Tim, I have to tell you, I never really docked a boat before. I don't really know how to do it. We'll just let the steering wheel do its thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Actually, yeah, I'll take
Okay.
Okay, we're just gonna dock
But
this
all the
board.
algae was extra thick today with all the bugs and the fish.
Everything's fine, just go enjoy some Swiss
We don't have that in Switzerland.
Tim, I may or may not have crashed the boat instead of docked it.
We've never crashed a boat before. These Swedish people, the boat is ruined. Right, what have you done? This is not the right thing to do.
Oh, our boat is crashing. How will we explore this land?
Oh, we won't! Even the fish at the bottom of the ocean were sad.
And Rat wouldn't be able to be his right-hand man. Why, if I'm wrong, I can't be right anymore. I'll have to go back home.
This one means nothing to me. This one.
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
We can use this to patch up all the spots that have been burnt up.
Yes, and it'll soak up all the water on the ship. Get over here, Tim.
Oh, right, our boat is rising back again, y'all.
Oh, yeah. I'll use the rope and dock the ship properly.
Boat successfully docked. Let's go see the country.
Oh, yeah. I told you I was always right, Tim.
Right, you make me so proud.
Get in here, bro.
My goodness, the next event we'll be seeing this evening will be a character event from GP Vanier!
Hello, my name is Chili from GP Vanier. For our character event, we would like the description of a character in this form. Listen closely. They have the blank of a blank, such as the mask of a raccoon, the mind of a computer, or the anger of a fish. They
Thank you. You have asked for the blank of a blank, and you have received the nose of a hound. The nose of a hound! This is GP Vanier doing a character event with the suggestion of the nose of a hound. And we'll see the scene in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pinocchio had the nose of a hound.
Pinocchio led with his nose so he could sniff out everything.
Pinocchio would occasionally give a really big sniff.
Pinocchio would often say, "Is that guilt I smell?"
Pinocchio wanted to show the world that his nose was some Pinocchio's prized possession was like one of those old man ear trumpets, but he stuffed it in his nostril.
This is Pinocchio! Is that guilt I smell? Ever since I was younger, people mocked my big nose. They said, "Oh, Pinocchio, you'll never get anywhere in life. Oh, Pinocchio, everyone's going to hate you." Well, that's guilt I smelt, you see. And what I've done with this nose is I've become a crime solver. And in fact, today you can look around at the crime scene. I'm solving the murder of a man named Joe.
Pinocchio was surrounded by similarly nosy, horny things.
He even had his trusty side dog, Spots. Spots! There you are. Look at him. See if you can pick out any clues around. I see spiky objects. I see there's an elevated tool chest. He's dead, all right.
See, even though Pinocchio's nose was very heightened, that meant all of his other senses were not.
You know, Pinocchio, I'm glad you have quite good vision, because I didn't really know if he was dead or not at first. But
You're
my nose...
Pinocchio, I'm Spots.
Oh, my lord, you're right. My friend. But Pinocchio, that's me again. Spots. This has the work of one person in particular. In fact, this is a man I know very well. He was a bully when I was younger, yes. He made fun of me. His name is Brutal Bill.
Brutal Bill was a food critic.
He's made fun of spaghetti across the land, and he's been killing people with all these sharp forks and knives shaped like teeth of his own.
He's killed this 5-star chef.
I know. Today we must go to his lair and confront him face to face.
Yes. To Brutal Bill's lair.
Come on, Spots. Got your name right. If you look through the stained glass window, stained with the blood of his enemies, you can see Brutal Bill.
Brutal Bill. He has knives with teeth.
And wait, I do smell something else. I do believe I smell guilt. He must be guilty of this crime.
It sounds like Pinocchio, a childhood failure. That's only good thing about him is his peculiarly long horn nose.
Brutal Bill, open up. It's Pinocchio and Spots, my dog.
You got it right.
But as he started to knock, the smell
1 minute, 1 minute.
the smell of guilt started to fade, and the smell of deodorant started to come through the door.
Whoa, whoa.
As Pinocchio stepped through the door, he tripped.
Watch out. My poor vision.
You see, without the smell of guilt to guide him, he was unable to sense Brutal Bill in any way, and he could not find him.
Oh, Pinocchio, it seems like the old days when you were not good at anything except your nose.
30 seconds, 30 seconds.
It's okay. I spent 30 years as a guide dog. Leave me for it. Don't hit him with my nose horn. I will use my vision.
And so forth they ran right into Brutal Bill with Pinocchio's nose.
Oh yeah, look at this nose horn. Get out! Together we have beaten him. Spot, do you smell guilt? Because I sure do.
You've grown a lot, Pinocchio, and I'm sorry for what I've done.
Get in jail.
That concludes round one. Please join me in one really big clap. Wonderful. Now, we are live streaming this event this evening, which means there's a cool thing you can do called shout-outs, and I've got one to read right now. Sending the biggest of high fives from the islands of British Columbia to both GP Vanier and GISS. You are all sweet, dedicated, and kind people, and you make us so very proud. Love from the Vancouver Island volunteer team. At this point, but I will let you know that tonight's scenes are, of course, being judged. Each judge can award up to 59 points per scene. Are you ready to hear a bit about these shadowy figures? Yeah! Okay, so I'm going to read the Mecha bio, which includes facts as if all the judges were one giant person. Standing at a whopping 34 feet and 3 inches, your judge for this evening has volunteered in 12 regions of the Canadian Improv Games for 72 years. Some quick stats. 3 out of 6 can skip a rock, 2 out of 6 can knit, 3 out of 6 can do a cartwheel, 2 out of 6 can juggle, 3 out of 6 play Dungeons and Dragons, level 2 Druid Wood Elf, and level 9 Dragonborn Fighter, and a level 14 Rogue, Arrow, Cockra, Assembly. And most importantly, 0 out of 6, especially Cam, have never hit a home run. Okay, wait for me to read all these names. It's definitely their birthday. Cameron Chalman, Emily O'Keefe, Jay Reed, Jordan Holmes, Katie Warren, and Natalie Collins. To round 2, we are going to present the Johnston Hart Award. Now, to help us deliver this annual award that recognizes an outstanding improviser, please welcome to the stage former president of the Canadian Improv Games, Al Connors.
Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to be here to speak a little bit about an important figure in the Canadian Improv Games and present the award that is named after them. Over the years, there have been a lot of very important people in the Improv Games, and right here tonight, there are some very important people here for the future of Canadian Improv Games. I'm here to talk about Johnson Moretti. Now, Johnson was the commissioner of Canadian Improv Games back when I was a player. He was one of the people that was instrumental to the expansion of Canadian Improv Games beyond just Ontario. With the support of the National Arts Centre, Johnson traveled coast to coast, working with countless teachers, and volunteers, and students, spreading the word about this wonderful, weird thing that started in Ottawa and had already spread across Ontario. Now, Johnson was a large man. He was larger than life. He had larger-than-life glasses, he had a huge bushy mustache, and he had a smile that would light up an entire building. And when I was a player, I got to compete in this very tournament, and I got to run into Johnson backstage. We'd met, he taught a workshop at my school one time. And maybe he saw on my face that I was a little bit bummed. Our team had failed to advance to the national finals and didn't get a chance to play on this stage right here. And he right away reached out and asked me how I was doing and said, hey, did you meet anybody cool this week? And I thought about it, and yeah, I did. Some of them I am still very good friends with now. And he asked me, well, did you learn anything? I thought about it. I hadn't really thought about it before, and yeah, I did learn a lot. I'd learned that sometimes not jumping into a scene is just as impactful as jumping into it. I'd learned that there was a whole lot of people from across the country that loved the same weird thing that I loved. I learned that maybe asking for 8 suggestions in a story event wasn't the smartest move. The 90s were a different time. And the bottom line was, after not even a minute-long conversation with Johnson, I completely forgot about the points. And Canadian Improv Games, as you know, is very competitive. And I mean that in the statistical sense of the word. There's a lot of talent here in this building and on stage all week long. And depending on who has a good night or a bad night, it's really anybody's game. And it would be easy for an event like this to become cutthroat and fierce. But it was because of people like Johnson that it really emphasized the loving in the oath, in loving competition. And so, in addition to the other awards that you're going to see presented this evening, the Willie Wiley Trophy, which is named after Canadian Improv Games co-founder Willie Wiley, who sadly passed in 2014. The Howard Jerome Trophy, awarded to the first place team, named after the immortal Howard Jerome. It's my pleasure to present the Johnson Hart Award to a student that best exemplifies the spirit of loving competition. Someone who celebrates their team members, who has learned, who commits, and who loves. And this person doesn't even have to be on a competing team, as many of you know. This tournament is part of a larger festival that includes participants from across the country who didn't get a chance to compete here, but still take part in workshops and activities and get to meet and hang out with all of these fantastic individuals. And so to present or to introduce the recipient to, this is the 20th Hart Award. Johnson sadly passed 20 years ago, almost exactly, give or take a week. He left us halfway through a tournament. I would like to introduce to the stage to present the award, Carter Mowat.
Hi. So, I have known this person for over 4 years. I knew her when I was in elementary school with her, and I didn't know how much of an amazing person I was missing out on in elementary school. And then I did improv, and I met one of the most radiant and heartwarming and old lady-like. She is very old lady-like. She carries around mints in her pocket and everything. And much like those mints she gives out as much love and support for the games that I've ever seen. And it's all genuine. And I am so glad to have been on her team for 4 years. So please welcome to the stage Miss Chloe Sloan.
all of you so much for committing yourself and devoting yourself to this beautiful art that we are all connected by and that we all love so much. I was so fortunate enough to find the Canadian Improv Games when I was in grade 9. And when I say this, I know that it applies to so many other people. It really did change my life. And it made me a happier person, it made me a more accepting person, and it opened me up to all of you lovely people who I know are just going to change this world. So thank you so much.
Let's move into round 2! Let's kick off round 2 with a style event from Canterbury!
Hi, my name's Scott. Awesome. So for you guys today, we're going to be doing the style of an old-fashioned British mystery, such as the Agatha Christie novels or Sherlock Holmes, okay? So some conventions of that are we're going to have stereotypical British characters, including a renowned detective. We are going to have elements of suspense, and we are going to have a twist, either plot or otherwise. Now from you, the audience, we need the ask for of an object you'd find, like a household object, before the 1950s, such as a clock or a spoon. We are not looking for something like a Google Home or a plasma TV.
pre-1950, you have received a rocking horse.
The child! It's gone! And the rocking horse from the rocking horse baby stealer! I must call up Murloc Momes. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh my! I've been chasing the rocking horse serial stealer for 17 years now! I started my career with him, and this is the day I end his with me! I, Nanny McNanison from yonder Britain City! The baby was stolen and was left behind by this rocking horse. However, this one is different than all previous rocking horses. Because this rocking horse is missing its left leg.
Oi, what's going on in here? Nancy, I told you not to call Murloc Momes.
Dear, it's fine. He's going to help us find the child.
Oh, must be Sir Wilkinson, the second aristocrat.
I am, and who ain't your Murloc Momes for established that?
We did. Now, I know that the rocking horse is missing his legs, and I also know that you keep a collection of rocking horse legs in the shack. To the shack.
See? Nothing suspicious in here.
Boy, it's quite covered in those cobwebbies.
Oh, is it?
Jiggle my tinkly winky minks. I've never seen a shack quite like this. It is, of course, another rocking horse missing another leg.
You can't say this. I've been framed. It wasn't me. I swear it.
Ah, yes, and I knew this all along. It wasn't you, because it was Nancy McNanison.
What?
And oh my, she's gone! Quick, to the nursery! Bum, 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 bum!
Nancy! Nancy!
Hold on, look through the peephole in the lock. Oh my gosh, she's got the baby in shambles! This is my box called Shambles! Oh my, the baby, it looks like it needs a cuppa or it's going to
1 minute,
fall
1 minute.
asleep.
No more talking. Let's get her. Boom!
Oh, Nancy, this your rocking horse leg, I do declare.
Fine. I've been keeping this here baby because I wanted the insurance money from the Royal Palace.
And what's with the rocking horses?
30 seconds. 30
That's
seconds.
super weird.
Well, you know, all the best stealers are always leaving things behind, so I thought I'd frame you who keeps the legs.
This is the last you'll see of another leg, and the first you'll see of this one. Ah! We're taking him to prison. Another case solved by Murloc Momes. I ended his career with mine. Finally caught the serial rocking horse.
Okie dokie. The next event we'll be seeing this evening is a life event.
Ooh, in the life event, teams are asked to present a sincere scene.
That's right, doing that sincere scene is GISS.
Hello,
we please have a piece of advice, good or bad, such as walk it off or leave it better than you found it?
And now
Thank you. You have asked for a piece of advice. You have received Fight Fire with Fire. This is GISS doing their life event with the suggestion of Fight Fire with Fire, and we'll see the scene in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Sorry if you think I'm rude, but sometimes I just want to scream because there's no other option. Ah!
Fire. It's the source of all of this. Lights shining on us now, phones in our pockets, shoes on our feet.
Sorry, the power went out.
It's fine. Happens often. I'll help.
At the beginning of it all, that's all we were. Heat and light. And that'll probably be the end of us too. Not to get too existential or anything.
We'll be lucky if it's on in 5 days.
I mean, people have done this before, so we have to do it again.
So much can arise from a spark that you didn't even know that you started.
Our eyes will adjust.
And suddenly everything that has been created around you can start to fall apart.
The lights that we cause are the hardest ones to put out. The lives that we cause are the hardest ones to resolve on our own.
If we're gonna be here for up to, or longer than 5 days, let's talk.
Just talk?
I want your opinion on something. Sometimes I'm scared that I come across a little too strong, and you're, well, this isn't our first time hanging out, I guess. We've, you know, have history. Do I ever, like, spaz out too much? Because I think it's, like, fun and part of my personality, but if it's a lot, just tell me.
Sometimes. Not very often.
Is it breathing light or overwhelming? How much is too much to be here? When you feel like you don't have space to occupy or you don't have the right to occupy space.
Sometimes I find it endearing, and sometimes I think it's obnoxious.
Obnoxious?
I'm just telling you how I feel. I mean, that's what we do.
Sparks of insecurity, sparks of flame.
When we first moved to Canada, my dad used to always light a fire in the fireplace in the winter.
1 minute,
Pretty much every night. Creating it sort of needlessly because we were here and it was cold here usually, so that's what we were meant to do.
Sometimes the whole world can feel like it's aggressive, so the only thing I can do is scream, ah!
But ashes continued to build up in our fireplace, and eventually it became kind of disgusting, and we realized that you can't create more fire on a bed of ashes.
I blew it out, sorry. Do you have any more matches?
We don't need another candle, it's already bright.
Fly. I still can't really see the right image yet.
1 candle makes a difference, but 50, once you light that 51, not much changes.
Sparks change shape.
Our eyes
Sparks
will adjust.
change us. Sparks change us here.
But for that to work, we have to change the spark.
If you nurture them, they become something beautiful.
Sparks fly.
Okay, the next event you'll be seeing this evening is a story event from GP Vanier!
Hi, I'm Chloe from GP Vanier, and for our story event, we would like you to fill in the blanks. The Blank Society of Blanks. For example, the Happy Society of Funeral Directors, or the Rugged Society of Daycare Attendants.
Thank you. You have asked for the Blank Society of Blanks. You have received the Sleepy Society of Builders.
The Sleepy Society of Builders!
Story about the suggestion of a sleepy society.
Yeah!
And we'll see this.
Welcome to the Sleepy Society of Builders. There was alarm clocks all across the wall set 5 minutes apart.
There were pillows lined everywhere, each of them very soft.
Little lullabies played every 5 minutes right after the alarm clock went.
Billy, you got 2 pillows. Can you, never mind.
Guys, today we gotta finish building this orphanage, man.
Oh, yeah.
We have a deadline, and it's tonight, but I fear if we don't get this going, then all
Close
those...
your eyes, rest your head.
I don't think those kids are gonna have a place to close their eyes and rest their head.
Oh, man, Mom and Dad, they just gave us caffeine for days when we were little.
I know, why couldn't we have just one sweet taste of caffeine now? We've practically become immune to it.
This is the longest sugar crash I've ever had. It's lasted like 30 years.
Dakota, Chili, and Nathaniel had been builders together for years, but this orphanage was their biggest project yet.
Oh, man, guys, look. I got a letter from one of the orphans. We gotta get this done. Look, we're so happy that you're building a home for us, and so happy that we sent you a picture of our puppies.
Oh, that's so cute.
They're puppies. Guys, we gotta get this done. Wake up, man.
Okay.
Today, I think the final touch that we really gotta do is just get these walls set up, you know?
Yeah. The walls.
See, they've been working on this orphanage for about 15 years now, and it hasn't been getting anywhere.
To build the walls, they had to use an extremely dangerous machine.
Hey guys, should we use the drillity?
Yeah.
Now remember what the manual says. If tired or sleepy or you have a heart condition, don't use. But we don't have a heart condition.
And we don't got time either.
So let's get to it, boys. How's it looking up there?
Oh, it's looking like it's ready to build an orphanage.
Oh, wait, there's a fly on the end of mine. Let me just...
Chili! Nathaniel, Sniplet! Chili, you gotta come down, man.
I would typically have a nap in this situation.
His arm got cut. He's bleeding all over the floor. We have to find him a wait. Didn't we say we're recovering from the greatest sugar crash of our lives?
Yes.
I can see my pancreas!
Chili, his blood. It has caffeine.
It does. And then all of a sudden the orphans came in.
Here.
Oh my God.
Take a nap, I promise, in about 20 seconds. It'll be done.
If they tell we're their teacher, we're done for. We got caffeine blood.
The blood.
It's so late when drinking the blood to gain caffeine.
They use the pillows to soak it up and then wash it out like one of those dishcloths.
Chile, I put an alarm clock in his heart, so he's still beating.
Good.
Hey, orphans, look, your
Orphanage.
We have a home.
Bye and good night. You're your mother's.
Classic song right there. Okay, next up, let's see a life event from Luther!
Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Josh from Luther.
And I'm Kieran from Luther.
So we're doing our, okay. So what we need from you for our Ask for Life event is a childhood fear such as?
Monsters in the closet.
Or sharks in the water.
Thank you. You have asked for a childhood fear. You have received getting lost. This is Luther doing that life event with the suggestion of getting lost, and we'll see this scene in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I like to think I'm smart.
I like to think that I'm smart.
I like to think that I'm smart.
I like to think a lot.
A lot.
I think a lot.
Too much.
I think a lot.
I like to think that I'm smart.
I am smart. But sometimes I get trapped.
Am I smart?
I lock people out.
Am I smart?
I like to write things down.
There's that thing where like you've been pulling 90s all your elementary school career, and then you get to high school, and it's like,
It's
whoa.
a drop.
Maybe I'm not that smart. I liked to think I was smart.
I like to think about the future.
That was my map.
I just liked to think. It comforted me.
Have you ever gotten a progress report and you can see where your marks are the highest, and you're like, that's the path to take?
That was my map.
But you can't find it anymore.
The map is gone.
In grade 8, I got excellent, because that's how you score marks in grade 8. They give you excellent or satisfactory, and you make peace with that number and word.
And it made me feel like I meant something.
I got excellence in science.
It made me feel like I had a future. I remember getting the report card. I was looking at it, just beaming, so excited.
I was ecstatic. I couldn't believe it.
Excellent. It says excellent. That means you're excellent. It says excellent. That means you're excellent.
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 I had the biggest smile on my face. My brother walked into the room. Hey, how is your report card?
It's pretty good.
Yeah? What did you get? I got an excellent.
Pretty good.
Not excellent.
I got it pretty good.
Not excellent.
Pretty good isn't something that they put on your report card. There's satisfactory, less than satisfactory, and excellent.
If you have an excellent, it means you're going somewhere. If you have a pretty good, it means
You're stuck.
It's your map.
Oof.
You're lost.
It means
I got satisfactory.
Oh no.
It's okay.
It wasn't okay.
well, that's not what I should have said.
It ruined my world. I never thought that it was something you could get, let alone my own family.
And then I kind of like put it aside, you know? It was like, okay, that was a thing that happened. And then I graduated grade 8, and then I got to high school, and whoa, what a ride!
High school. No, thank you.
Trying to navigate the hallways and the relationships and the cliques and trying to
And
find.
on top of that, actual classes.
And on top of that, the stress that your parents
And on
put
top
you.
of that, excellent didn't really matter
How
anymore.
can you read a map when your arms are full of books?
It's like you're stuck in a maze.
It doesn't give you any direction.
Turn left at that locker, but
Turn
then
right.
you're...
There are no directions.
I don't even remember what the word excellent looks like.
And then there was the 70. It's not just about writing your name at the top of the page
And
anymore.
then
You actually
there's
have
a
to try.
60.
And
30
the
seconds,
50.
30 seconds.
And the 51, and you're like, oh, I'm passing.
And then you have no perception of who you are.
It's like you're in a maze.
I get lost in my own thoughts and I don't know how to get out and I'm trapped.
Reduced to a number, reduced to a direction.
I like to think
I was smart.
I'm smart.
I like to think.
I like to think I'm smart, but my map is gone.
I like to think.
My map
You're
is
in a
gone.
maze.
Okay, folks, next event, let's see a theme event from R.E. Mountain.
They got the number one!
Number one, your theme is Adrift and at Peace. This is R.E. Mountain doing their theme event with the theme of Adrift and at Peace, and we'll see this scene in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
On this raft, and I'm feeling a draft. The water is calm. I want to go home, but I'm stuck with you. Oh, Greg. Hey, say some lines, man. Oh, man, you're a bummer too. But I guess I have to stay here with you.
My fellow surfer bro! The waves, they're so sick this evening. I love riding in the middle of a tsunami. Here comes Big One. Just coasting, man. Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, yes.
I'm an Algonquin! Wow! The entire town is at stake. Maleficent is back. Why, she's back. She's awakened my slumber, and now I'm getting old and no longer beautiful. Oh, she's reversing an age. Reverse Benjamin Button syndrome. Now I'm a baby. Chantal, are you okay? You're becoming a baby. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, she's an embryo.
Jessica, evolve!
You're back in the womb. Chantal, I know birth is really crazy right now, but once we get out of this womb, it's just gonna be free. They told me we had seats in here. What? Is that a TV? Is that Sandra Oh about to deliver us? Oh my goodness, it is! Right, ladies, it's time to get out of there! Just like I thought. Super chill, super chill.
I'm feeling a little weak, man, and I don't know what to do about it. I'm just freaking out, man. I need some protein right now.
Protein, let's bring in the protein. You know, when we do all that surfing, it gets too much. Now we get just take a little breath and take some protein.
Okay.
Everything's all right, man.
Can I just cut it up like this? Is that how that works?
No. Face first, boy. No. Protein powder. Put it in your shake.
Oh!
Yeah. And we're back to riding the waves. We made it through a tsunami. Is that a tornado I see coming? Well, now we're riding in the sky. Let's make it to the eye of the storm. Into the eye. Let's soar. Oh. In the sky. There are birds flying.
1 minute.
Be formation!
end of round 2. Join me in 2 really big claps. Wonderful. So, I've got a couple more shout-outs to give. I'm going to do 2 now. Who knows if we'll get more. Thank you to all the staff, to all the coaches, to all the players. I'm so proud of you all. Thank you for changing my life for the better. Newfoundland represent! Next shout out, we are beyond honored to share the stage with all these incredible teams. Special love to our island inspirations, GISS. The journey has been made that much more amazing because of you. Love your Van Bay's GP Vanier Improv. Okay, we are going to go into intermission soon, but before that, I'm going to introduce you to, we've got a lovely little fundraiser, but to tell you more about it, please join me in introducing your fundraising crew! Thank you! So, before we jump into round 3, I've got another shout out via the internet. Dear Luther, you continue to make us laugh and smile. Thank you for creating magic for our whole region. We wish you the best of luck forever and always your biggest fans from the Saskatchewan region. Fantastic. The first event we'll be seeing in round 3 is a theme event from GP Vanier.
They received number 4.
Team number 4, you have received Hold Back the River. Hold Back the River. This is GP Vanier doing their theme event with the suggestion of Hold Back the River, and we'll see this again. 4, 3, 2, 1.
The river flows! The river flows! Everything goes through it. Rocks, rain, steady. Nothing can hold back the river.
Hey, Emma.
Yeah, Ethan?
So I know this is like a ballet and normal dance place, but I was thinking, do you think I could just like let go and do something crazy?
Crazy? Like what, a backflip?
Like a backflip into the splits.
Oh. I mean, you can give it a shot.
Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Here we see a magnificent ocean, and I am going to go swimming. As Josh swims, no laws of gravity can pertain him, no. He has found a way to swim through the ocean, but what if suddenly gravity got so heavy that even the fish were stuck to the bottom of the ground? People, I don't even think we can get up. You're getting so angry. So angry, yeah. You know what, Gerald? I've had enough of your fishy whining. But we're in gravity. Well, that's too bad, because my rage will lift me up. You're the rock-spitting fish, too? Yeah! My rage will lift me higher. Many things in in life have restrictions, but in World War II, the tank did not. It would roam the lands and it would blow down anything in sight. Kindergarten classroom, boom. Too bad, because we are fighting for our country and that makes it okay.
Develop to a brain control panel. Okay, fight, I need you on my right side. We are going to encounter a bear precisely 7 miles away. Now, do we go north and like hit it, or do we like run the other way?
I don't know, audience, what do we do?
Okay, even though it's against all my beliefs that we could die, we're gonna hit it.
Okay, in a D&D dungeon. So, you know, Chili, I know you want to get creative with your character, but there are rules in Dungeons and Dragons, and I just can't for the life of me see even how the ability to shatter swords with your teeth falls within the parameters of fair.
Well, I believe that in Dungeons and Dragons, whatever's up here is what counts.
30 seconds, 30
But wait, did you hear that? That sounds like a dragon!
I shall slay thee, feathy dragon, and I will save my kingdom from your wretched grasp.
Dragon, we will hold nothing back!
Dead. Dead.
Okay, folks, these shout-outs might keep coming hard and fast, so I'm going to squeeze one in here. Thank you for the example and endless inspiration. We count ourselves lucky to get to play and learn from you all. Vancouver Island Improv Van what? Van what? Van We're looking at you right now at National Finals. Love, GISS. Oh my gosh, that's so lovely. Let's see a live event from Canterbury.
The last text message you received. So everyone pull out your phones and check for the last text message you received.
Such as?
Such as, we'll be there in 20 or don't tell mom. We're not looking for
I've asked for the last text you have received. You have received, I'm trying not to be jealous.
So, Alex, I was waiting for you for like a half hour last night, and I checked on Snapchat, and you were hanging out with Greg again.
Yeah, I was, but I mean, I thought you were hanging out with like Scott and everything, and I thought you guys would have been okay if I just like couldn't hang out tonight.
Alex, we haven't seen each other in like a week.
Okay, Nina, a week, get over it. I mean, we go to the same school. I mean, I feel like you've been really, really needy with me, and ever since I've been hanging out with Greg, it's been like, oh, Alex, I need you to hang out every single Friday night. Like, I think you just...
You know what? You're right. I'll just see you in math class. So, did you get a 32? It was 49.
Was 49?
It was 49,
Oh
I
my
know.
God.
I swear I got like a 50 on it.
Hey, I can't with this class. I mean, like, so I've been having kind of difficulty with like attendance, and I'm not really like there all the time. And I mean, do you want to hang out like this Friday night or
Oh
something?
yeah,
Like,
sure, I'd
study
love
about
to.
it?
Yeah.
And we can invite Scott or something.
Oh yeah, we'll go out with Scott. We'll see a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, right?
Can we see Dumbo?
I love Dumbo. You're sure Greg's gonna be okay with it?
Yeah, no, I'm sure he will. He said he had like something he wanted me to go to, but I'm sure it's fine if I hang out with you guys.
Cool.
It's like Dumbo it is.
Dumbo. That's what they call me.
How was Dumbo?
That's what they call me.
Hey, Nina, one person called you that one day in elementary school. Get over it.
It was okay. I mean, it was nostalgic.
Okay.
I just, you know what? Maybe we could watch like Dumbina.
It's not a movie.
Bambi.
Bambi.
That's what I was thinking of. We can watch Bambi
Yeah,
next Friday.
Yeah, and
How about you tell Greg now that you're busy that day, so that we don't have to deal with that situation.
yeah, Nina, I've been talking to Greg, and he's been telling me that, well, he understands that you and Scott have been putting a lot of stress on me. And I feel like, I know you guys are my friends and everything, but I don't always feel like you're there for me when I need you. And I feel like you guys get caught up on little things like me not being able to be at a movie or me not seeing you every Friday night. And I am busy next Friday, actually. And
No, I'll go with Scott.
Bambi, let's go! Woo! Okay, so I know her mom died, so you gotta have the tissue box ready. I know Alex couldn't come, but you know what?
30 seconds, 30
Forget about him. I got your favorite. We got smart food, your favorite. You're gonna love it. Here. Okay, so I'm thinking movie marathon all night long.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Every Friday.
Every Friday.
Just us.
What's Scott doing right now? I love when we hang out with Scott.
He couldn't make it.
Okay, let's see a story event from Luther.
non-geo-loco, such as a cat.
And that's a non-geographical location, folks.
Sorry about it. Such as a cafe, but not like China, because that's geographical.
Thank you. You have asked for a non-geographical location. You have received a farm. This is Luther doing a story under the suggestion of a farm, and we'll see the scene in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In the farm, the corn, they stand tall and majestic.
They sway in the breeze. They glisten in the sun.
Farmer Jim had taken care of this crop for years.
It's a good crop this year here in Regina, Saskatchewan.
You know, me and my combine have been best pals for a long time. Just me and my combine here on this farm. McDonald Farm is what it's called. And you know, me and my combine, you know,
we've been going places.
His combine was old, but still functional.
They were best friends.
His joints were rusty, but he could still pack a punch.
I see the smoke coming out from here.
You're big gassy tonight.
Oh, I
know I still have it, don't I?
Well, call me my combine. It's harvest season, so it's one strong push until harvest. You know.
Of course.
Do you think you can cut down these lovely, lovely, lovely sheets of wheat?
Of course. Leave it up to me. I've done this 1,000,000,000 times.
But this time he wasn't able to.
Oh.
He was getting old.
His joints were rusting and he clogged up.
Hey, Combi!
Combi, no! The wheat all started to laugh at him.
Hey, stay in line!
Why would we? He's gonna kill us anyway.
He's trying his best, all right?
Excuse me. Can I have a word with you and you?
Okay.
Go tell him.
Yeah. My name is Stock, and I've been on your farm for a very, very long time. And I'd like to say,
I'm
why don't
listening.
you chop me already?
He said with glistening confidence.
I'm listening to your concerns, and I hear them. And I know you've been growing for a long time, and I know you're looking to be harvested.
Far, far too long, my sheaves are rusting.
Stock was talking, but Jim wasn't listening. He needed to get this crop out of the way or his farm wouldn't make it to next season.
You know what?
What, Jim?
You're gonna have to have a meeting with Combi, okay? He's the one who ain't cooperating.
I don't know that. I swear, I'm trying my
And
best
then a
to...
light bulb went off in Combi's head.
Oh, that's bright.
He's still having pokey things on the turny wheel. If he just cut those off and gave them to Jim and let Jim do the hard work.
Oh, of course. Why don't you just do it yourself? I'm fine.
As this was happening, smoke came out from the bottom. Combi, are you sure you want to sacrifice everything? You're my best friend. This was his last harvest.
1 minute.
I swear.
How am I gonna continue next year with
His voice was quaking.
Jim, look at me.
What is it, Stock?
Look into my kernels. You can use me. I'm sharp enough. My stalks have been growing so long and sharp. You can use me.
Stock had been on the farm long enough to grow solid enough for Combi's spikes to stick onto.
Do I have your blessing?
30 seconds.
My blessing.
He gave a gentle kiss, a respect, a reminder of who he
It
was.
would be an honor to die for you, Jim.
And so he ripped him out of the time to get to work. Stock started going crazy.
I'm sorry, my friends.
Good harvest this year.
That's quite good.
Fantastic. Next up, let's see a life event from R.E. Mountain.
Hey guys, my name is Jess. And I'm Brooke. So for our life event, what we need from you guys is a verb, such as diving or to achieve.
To stab. Thank you. You have asked for a verb. You have received to reverse. This is R.E. Mountain doing their life event with the suggestion of to reverse, and we'll see the scene in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is that diet? Of course it's not diet. Can I have a sip? Of course you can have a sip, Malika. You know, I love Coke. Me too. And I love that our school cafeteria has so many kinds of soda. I know, right? And chips. Uh-huh. Oh, look. It's a banner for the dance next week. Oh, are you going? Of course I'm going, and you're going too. Come on. It's pre-decided, apparently. Of course, I'm your best friend. I can make all your decisions. We'll get a dress next week.
Okay, sweetheart, learning how to drive, it's as easy as pie.
Okay. So, start it? Yeah,
Yeah, the key would be a good place to start, yes.
Emily is Laura's mom. Laura finally learned how to drive and was getting her license soon, so she needed some lessons to really get going.
I guess putting it to drive would help first. Yeah, that's good too, right? Okay. Well, this isn't so bad. Not at all, sweetheart. Okay, so I'm thinking that today, when we pull back into the garage, you're gonna reverse it.
I'm gonna what?
You're gonna what, Malika? I'm gonna not go to the dance. What? I don't know. We picked out that red dress and everything. It looked so beautiful.
Jessica,
on
you picked out the red dress. I had no say in anything.
I have no say in this. You're just gonna make me reverse into the garage?
Not into the garage, sweetheart. We're gonna open the door first.
I can just imagine myself walking into those doors and everybody's staring at me like I don't belong, Jessica.
I can just imagine myself backing into those doors and just, no.
Malika, alone looking in the mirror. Looks like another 5 pounds.
Okay, pull up to the house. You're just gonna use your mirror. Okay, you've got 3 of them, and I've got my eyes. I'm looking all around you. You can do this.
It hurt Malika to look in the mirror. She wanted to look like what she used to look like. Okay. Malika. Yeah? I'm really glad you agreed to the sleepover with me. Of course, Jessica, you're my best friend. I love hanging out with you. The dance is tomorrow night. I know.
Hi, I'm Brooke Lowry. I really like the cha-cha slide. I like to slide to the left, then I slide to the right, and then I reverse my way out of here.
I'm gonna reverse my way out of here, Mom.
Jessica, listen. Jessica. I know you're upset with me for bailing on you with the dance, but can you blame me? I feel disgusting, Jessica. Malika, you're so beautiful. Jessica, you're so beautiful. Okay, you would never understand how I feel.
You know, I feel like I don't need to look in the back window. I'll just trust myself.
Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror, Malika. You're my best friend, and I want you to feel beautiful about yourself. Jessica, it's not that easy.
Okay.
30 seconds.
It's not that easy on your first try, okay? But I'm watching out for you, okay?
Okay.
I know you're just watching out for me, but I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do now, Mom.
Put it in park.
Okay.
You're my best friend. You're so beautiful. I love you.
I love you.
Watching this live cast that really want to share their love. Here's another shout out from a quiet coyote in Mexico. I am sending love and wishes for an incredible night of play to all the teams performing tonight and to all the teams that competed this entire week. This is your moment. Take it and never forget it. Missing you all like crazy. A giant beep beep to everyone. Senor Gary the Rock. Beep beep! Wonderful. Yes, let's end all future shout-outs in beep beep. Good idea. Let's see a style event from GISS.
Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm Kala from the internet, and we are going to be doing the style of performance poetry. The conventions of this style include it is performed live in front of your eyes. Ooh, there is wordplay in both sound and meaning. It is socially conscious, and there are physical abstractions. We would like a common noun, such as racism, honey, or a dog.
Common noun. Thank you. You have asked for a common noun. You have received glue. This is GISS doing a style event with a suggestion of glue, and we'll see this scene in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What do you believe in?
I can't get it out of my head.
I'm stuck to my own idea.
And I can't get it out of my head.
It looks like skin.
I'm full of fear and I can't get it out of my head.
It's easy to hold your own opinion in your hands. It's easy to weigh your own opinion with the weight of others.
Because when we're in kindergarten, peeling glue off our hands, we're laughed at. And when we're in grade 11, standing up for what we believe in, we're laughed at.
Stick to your idea.
My teachers in kindergarten told me not to disgust other people by pretending I was peeling off my own skin. But now that layer of trust of the people who are older than me has grown so thin, and I wonder what will happen when I become the teacher to my own children.
Because once you have power, it's easy to put on a skin.
And it's fine when you're given glue as a child, but now it's super glue.
It's easy when you have power and you can peel the layers to reveal your skin. Reveal what is your truth. Because if you don't tell it, the glue gets thinner and suddenly people see your skin even before you have a thick layer of glue.
They say that eating paste is childish and you'll grow out of it.
Eat your words!
But eventually we start to realize that we wasted the time when we were supposed to be learning, when we were supposed to be gathering up memories and collaging them together so that we would have something to look back on. This is our childhood. Right now.
Politicians whose glue isn't thin, once they have power, it's easy for them to peel back the layers and have us expect to eat it. They expect us to eat it. They want us to take in what they have to offer and didn't show.
We eat words that have been glued together in collages from books we've never read. From books that were written a long time ago when only certain people knew how to write.
Books that we didn't sign up for. Books that we didn't vote for.
And they're now banned because they say a bad word that we're too young to understand.
If you preach feminism and don't include women of color, that's not all women, not all men, not all women, not all of us.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Don't make a fuss.
Next question.
This is your childhood. You don't know what you're talking about.
Next question.
Do you ever wonder if maybe you should be the one who's shouting words? Not the people who stand far above you.
Because when people have power and they have the power to peel the glue off of other people and take them out of positions of power, women of color, it is here, it is now.
And the hardest glue to take off is the one hiding your face.
Eat your words, not glue.
Okay, folks, that is the end of round 3. Let's get 3 really big claps. Wonderful. Oh my goodness, it's more love from the internet. Here's a shout out. R.E. Mountain. Congratulations on making it into the finals. We can't tell you enough how inspirational your spirit and love for each other and all the CIG players is. We are so proud. We hope you're having an amazing time on stage. Love from the Lower Mainland regional producers and the volunteer team. Wonderful. So, it is at this time that I would like to welcome another very special guest to the stage. Please welcome to the stage a member of the Canadian Improv Games Board of Directors. It's Katie Bowes!
As was mentioned, I am on the board of directors for the Canadian Improv Games, and though you've been seeing such incredible storytelling here on stage tonight, I'm going to be here to talk about some other stories. There are a lot of CIG stories in the world. We know about some specifically because they're really exciting and we know people are famous. We see Sandra Oh, Tatiana Maslany up there making it in the world, and we think we could be that, and you can. This makes it very possible. However, the CIG is part of hundreds of thousands of more stories that I want to talk a little bit about today. Really important stories. Stories about teams who have worked since the first day of school in the fall, have found a community with each other, a place to have a voice as a young adult, which is not an easy thing to do right now, and play their hearts out and make it to the national stage. The story of hundreds of other teenagers who start in September, work all year, find community, find their voice, and don't make it to the national stage. The story of a young adult whose school does not have a team, but they go to summer programming, and they find a community and voice. The story of these stories are all real, by the way, of a young adult who is homeschooled and desperate to connect with people, who attends one of our summer programs and becomes the president of their public high school 3 years later. The story of a young adult who is not allowed to take part in improv because their family and their rules and their values don't believe that this should be part of their life, and they do it anyway. The story of a volunteer who got a taste of this in high school regionally, wants to come and help out, scrimp and save all year because they are a student, beg their professor to move their exams so they can fly here on their own dime to volunteer for this organization. The story of a parent who didn't realize what their young child's voice was until they saw them on the stage performing improv. The story of a parent who did know the value of this program and flew halfway across the country to surprise their child who's performing at the National Festival. The story of a young coach who wants to stay involved and knows the value they gained, so they come back and try and make sure that that is received by as many young adults as they can. The story of our teachers. The story of teachers who battle and sign papers and fill out hundreds of pages of forms and find ways to include us in curriculum and beat down the doors of their principals because they know the value this has on young adults. The story of a coach who sees a young adult in the halls who seems isolated and doesn't have a home and makes sure that they have one. The story of a coach who can't say no and has 5 improv teams. Just a few. The story of an usher who got assigned a crazy night at the NAC and ends up in the back cheering and clapping and having no idea what they're so in love with. That's been giving a platform for Canada to tell its stories for over 50 years. The story of a broadcaster who has been a platform for all of Canada's stories for, I'm gonna assume 800 years, I didn't look up the number, who is doing their best to not only reach everyone, but have them tell their own stories. The story of an employer who sees a resume come across their desk, sees the CIG, and knows that as a result, though they don't improvise and have never been in this room, that they are hiring somebody who is empathetic, can adapt in the moment, and who is going to say yes no matter what challenge is put in front of them. If we have over 100,000 alumni whose story has involved being on the stage, imagine the numbers of the stories of people who actually have had CIG be part of their life in any of these ways and more. It's mind-blowing. But I have a favor to ask of everybody here, because we aren't doing well enough at telling everybody's story. We have seen the positive impact that the platform and the programming the CIG can have on lives at any stage, in any capacity. However, we feel that we would like to be a part of more people's story, and we want your help. So a couple ways you can do that. One, as of today, please share with us your CIG story. This could be a little video clip of you saying, I showed up for the first time tonight and this was crazy, thanks for having me. It could be the story of an alumni who hasn't seen this for 30 years and noticed us on the CBC this summer when this airs. Or it could be an employer who said, oh yeah, I always hire improvisers. They are wacky and good for culture. We want you to share your story with us on social media or email them to us at mycigstory@improv.ca. As of now, is an email account that is open for you to send us your stories. We want to know. We want to know how many stories we've been a part of so that we can reach more. Second ask. We have big dreams to be a very important part of as many stories as we can in Canada, and we can't do it right now, but we want to. We want to do that by helping our volunteers get here, not on their own time. We want to do it by helping pay for hotels for the teenagers who are here. We want to start scholarship programs that get youth who would not otherwise be able to attend to this program and to our summer program. And we don't just want, we will get to communities that are not in reach to our programming right now, be it up north, northeast, northwest. However we're going to do this, we need help getting there. And the way to do that is by talking about us, by donating. You can go to improv.ca/donate right now. Let us know if you work somewhere that has a program for donations and sponsorships, because we're 42 years old now. We're very ready for this next level and to be part of as many Canadian stories, and not just part of it, a platform for young adults in Canada to tell their story.
My goodness, is someone cutting onions or what? Let's go right into round 4. Let's see a theme event from Luther.
They have picked number 2.
Theme number 2, you have received You Are My Home.
You are my home.
This is Luther doing their theme event with the suggestion of You Are My Home, and we'll see this scene in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I was born in Birmingham, England in 2001. My parents immigrated from India 4 years prior when my sister was just a baby.
I was born in Regina, Saskatchewan, but my family's from South Africa.
I was born in Regina, Saskatchewan as well, but my family's from Ghana.
I was born in Regina, Saskatchewan, and I'm pretty sure my family's born in Regina, Saskatchewan. I was born in Edmonton, Alberta, but hey, look at me. Would you believe me if I said I was just Canadian?
This is my room. I come here to think.
There's a bed in the corner. The sheets are all messy.
There's a lamp that's turned on right beside the bed.
The walls are painted green, and there's a small flower decal in each corner.
There's a chair where my parents used to sit, and they would watch me sleep. And they would sing me songs, lullabies, songs that they heard in their childhood. They sang them for me, and
For me.
I couldn't sleep without them. For me.
Everyone has memories. Memories of where they lived, where they grew up. You may live in a place that when you're there you don't like, but as soon as you leave, you're so proud of it.
It's my first day of university, and I've flown across the country, and I'm walking through the halls, and I have one suitcase.
Excuse me, sorry.
I have one suitcase in my hands because I'm supposed to be getting here soon, I think. And I'm looking at these buildings, and they're so tall.
And I remember back home. I remember the people that I spent my time with, my friends, the people that I was a family with.
I'm 5 foot flat. And people around me are always tall, but it was a tall that made me safe, made me comforted. And I remember just being able to just walk up to someone. It's the best kind of hug, you know? The one where, like, everything's just safe, and one day I know I can walk.
And the suitcase opens up.
We look inside.
There's sunscreen and bug spray that your mom packed for you because you forgot.
There's like a couple bags of like Tylenol because how much Tylenol is too much Tylenol.
There's a few pictures your family sent of them, your friends, and your cat.
There's Clorox wipes to wipe every surface so you don't get sick, honey.
It's all for me.
For me.
For me.
For me.
For me.
A little piece of home
From
with
them.
me.
Hey, so Josh, where are you from?
I'm from Regina, Saskatchewan.
No, yeah, I know. But where are you from?
You mean where are my parents from?
Same difference?
There's something that sits right between pride and shame, and that's where I am about Bollywood movies. Of why are their hips moving like that?
There's something between pride and shame when I have friends come to my province and we just drive on flat roads with fields of wheat beside
They're
me.
straight. Why are they so straight?
I don't know. It's just the piece of land we're on.
Where are the trees?
The sun sets and you see the sky and it goes on for eternity. The purple and the pink and the yellow.
Land of the living skies.
That's where I'm from.
That's me.
That's where I'm
me.
from. That's me.
Is me.
Now you're just trying to make me cry. Okay, another quick shout out. Let's do it. Much love to all the teams. You are all so incredible, and I love you all to Dino Bits. Thank you for taking care of me, Thorold, your Tri-City mascot, Tristan the Triceratops. Next up, life event GP Vanier.
GP Vanier, and for our life event, we would like a one-word theme, such as consequences, equality, or identity.
Thank you. You have asked for a a one-word theme. You have received reflection.
Reflection!
GP Vanier doing the life event with suggestion of reflection, and we'll see this scene in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The mirror was looking sharp.
There was magazines lying across the counter.
The light was blinding.
Chloe kept redoing the makeup she was putting on.
There were many different palettes, eyeshadows, mascara.
She tried different colors, blues, blacks, browns, but nothing seemed to work.
The garbage can was full of makeup wipes.
Her mind clouded in darkness.
Sis,
Yeah?
I heard you're going to the dance tonight.
Yeah, I am.
Can I come in?
Yeah, just a sec. Hey.
Chili has always cared for his little sister.
He brought with him a photo album.
Why do you have that?
I just wanted to show you all the great things we've done.
Our friend Chloe, we love her dearly. But sometimes she gets in this rut where she just feels so bad about herself and how she looks on the outside.
It's so sad to see someone who's so beautiful through your eyes think of them as being so ugly.
There's us going to our first elementary school dance.
It was a good day.
Chloe crossed her arms.
It was.
Is there something wrong?
Can you go now? It's almost time for the dance and I have to get ready.
I can. I just want to make sure you're doing okay.
Of course I'm doing okay.
Chili knew something was up. You had to get to the bottom of this.
Well, you don't ask me to leave.
Well, I am now.
Chloe,
Just leave.
can you tell me what's going
Just
on?
leave.
In anger, she said it.
Just leave.
My friend Chili, he's always tried to help his little sister Chloe through all of her different phases, but right now she's going through a real, self, just not feeling like she's worth it, and he's been trying to do everything to help her, but I'm not sure really if he's getting through to her.
Sorry if you didn't like the photos, but I'm your big brother. Tell me what's going on.
I know you mean well. I just really want to get ready right now.
Can you tell me what's going on?
You're really distracting me.
Chloe, let it out.
I'm ugly. 1 minute, 1 minute.
Chloe, you're not ugly.
I'm ugly.
Why would you think that?
Look at all those makeup wipes in there. And all this stuff that I've spent so much money on just so I can like the way I look, and it still doesn't work.
What Chloe saw as abhorrent stared at her back from the mirror.
It just doesn't work. 30 seconds, 30 seconds.
Chloe, you're beautiful. You're my little sister. If someone ever told you you were ugly, I would punch them right in the face.
Do you mean that?
I do.
The dark cloud in her mind slowly started fading away.
It's kind of funny.
Look, I'm gonna take you to the dance. I'm gonna show you that you're an amazing human being. Because no one tells my little sister that she's worthless.
Okay, folks, let's see a style event from R.E. Mountain.
Hey guys, I'm Laura.
And I'm Chantel.
And we are going to be doing our style event, which is a Greek tragedy, but hopefully it's not too tragic.
tragic hero who often has his downfall.
And that tragic hero also has a tragic flaw, which the Greeks sometimes referred to as hamartia.
And then the last one was essential to Greek theater. So this was a Greek chorus. So the chorus comments on Athenian morality. They chant, they sing, and sometimes they play other characters.
What we need from you, the audience, is an occupation such as a lumberjack.
Or a plumber.
Thank you. You have asked for an occupation, and you have received a zookeeper. This is Rocky Mountain doing that style event with the suggestion of zookeeper, and we'll see the scene in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
A zookeeper must be one with the animals. They must train and guide animals of all species. Sit, boy.
They must be able to keep track of every animal.
Every animal!
Sit! Can you help me, please?
My twin cousin. They don't do it as well as I. All right. Yield, you rhinoceros! Just like that.
I can't overshadow you, I guess. I just wish I could train these animals like you do.
Ah, yes, I'm the greatest zookeeper in all of Greece. All of these three-headed dogs sit down and bow down to me.
Oh, yes, indeed, Zeus.
We are so unkept and need to be trained. Down, boy!
Zeus, you are the hero of all the pets and citizens. Yes, you know, I don't know what I'd do without you. I wouldn't be able to tell the difference of any animals without you.
Ah, yes, and you, when you were birthed yourself as a human animal, I washed you up right out of the womb, and I brought you here to my zoo.
Your zookeeping skills are beyond compare, but be wary.
Sometimes, you know, though, I feel like there's so many animals for you to keep track of that you get them all confused.
Oh, so what? I forget what an elephant looks like between a dog. It's the same thing. I've never seen this mammal before.
I am no mere mammal. I am an oracle, come to bring you a prophecy. You see, Hades' dog, Cerberus, the three-headed dog, the most important one, is coming to be kept at this zoo. You must be wary not to lose track of him, or Hades will be angry.
He will be angry. Do not disappoint. He will be angry.
Do not disappoint.
Oh, he's coming to this zoo. Now everyone will come to my zoo and see me, the greatest zookeeper. But be wary, for there are so many animals you must keep track of.
Oh, an elephant!
Oh, all right, an elephant, a giraffe.
Oh, I'll grab some pita bread to feed them.
All right, where did the dog go? 3 heads, 3. We are just running wild. No one is keeping track of us.
They don't even know where we are or who we are.
Try and guide us if you can.
Oh, I'm just a citizen. There's a big three-headed dog.
Oh, what is that? Is that a giraffe? I'm so confused.
Well, with all these animals running around and the citizens being angry, well, I don't know what's happening either.
Hades! Oh! It is I, Hades! How dare you confuse my three-headed dog, Cerberus, for a mere giraffe? Look at the citizens! They laugh at my dog! You have made me a laughing stock amongst the Olympians, and you shall suffer under the weight of Cerberus! All the animals were confused.
A beast that could not be tamed.
The citizens were also sad.
Wonderful. I think I know what's next. It's a theme event from GISS.
They received the number 3.
Theme number 3. Your theme is All Eyes on Me. This is GISS doing the theme event with the theme of All Eyes on Me, and we'll see the scene in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All eyes on me.
I crave attention.
All eyes on me.
And I love giving it. We're a perfect dynamic duo. Eyes. They call me googly, and I'm always looking in different directions, but my other eye's always looking at you. They call me perfect person number 1, and all eyes are always on me.
I think that there's so much bravery and compassion here. It's in the tears that are cried after your final scene. It's in the bravery of the people who tossed it all down as hard as they could on the stage, or not the stage, or any stage. It's brave.
Tyra Banks. Smile.
Eyes. What do the two have in common? Show us, Carla.
I would like to call it a smile.
Oh!
A smize. The term was coined on that day, and you know what else was coined? The Canadian Mint. In a very secret room in the Canadian Mint, there was a small eye hole. And every day, someone watched as the factory workers created new coins. They made sure that every toonie was half a centimeter. They made sure every dollar bill had the right numbers on it. And they all saw it through one tiny peephole. But you see, this peephole, it didn't have perfect peripheral vision. And one coin slipped out from view. A giant silver dollar.
It fell through the cracks in the grate and into the hand of a swamp colony.
They call us the Swamp Colony. We are an equal society who all get the same amount of attention. Gonna barter and trade with algae, and we've never had anything else.
They've never seen us up above.
And we've never seen a coin until today. They look just like our eyeballs. Our many, many eyeballs.
I see this, and I want to see that. So we climbed through.
We climbed up and through the ladders and through the gates. We
This
began.
journey is being broadcast all over the world. Will they fall? Or will they succeed?
On the season finale of Swamp Man. Swamp Man. Swamp Man.
Are you ready for your close-up, Swamp Man?
Oh, you bet your God.
Size, angles, blue. Here. Anyone can rise to the top if they have enough experience.
Rise to smize.
Rise to smize. Rise to smize.
Shower her in those dollar bills.
All the bank, all the cake. I have major bank.
Now she with eyes and dollars. One big
a story event from Canterbury.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brianna. And what we need from you is a real business name, such as Sport Check or Starbucks.
Thank you. I've asked for a real business. You have received Value Village. Value Village, and we'll see the scene ahead.
You're probably wondering how we got here. Well, let me tell you.
Here we find ourselves in the ancient nebulae Nebulimicus, where we are met with many, many creatures of many, many social classes.
Oh, it is me, the penny pincher. Here to take all the money for myself.
And it is I, the aristocratic woman of the nebula.
You see, the aristocratic women of the nebula had all of the money in all of the nebula, and the penny pincher was always trying to pinch the pennies from her. He spoke thus to his minion.
Penny pincher Alex, we must go to the village where they all live and have all the money, and we must pinch all of their value. Pinch, 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 pinch.
Lady aristocrat, I hear that the penny pinchers are coming. I doubt they'll come for me. They're too peasant for that.
You see, Lady Aristocrat had been the richest in all of the nebulae villages for 700 centuries, and the penny pinchers had been the poorest for the exact amount of time. They wanted their revenge.
Penny pinchers, get out of my palace. Take your pesky little pickpocketing fingers and get out. You are hereby banished from my nebula.
Banished from your nebula? Pinch, pinch, pinch.
You heard me.
I think it's high time for a change in power. Pinch, pinch.
Guards! Let us dispose of these pickpocketing penny pinchers. Okay. Shoot!
3, 2, 1. Pinch, 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 pinch. We took down all of the guards and took all of their money.
You see, they pinched and they pinched and they pinched till they pinched all of the pennies they want to pinch. How many pennies would a penny pincher pinch in a penny
And now we run this village with all of our money.
Wait a minute! You haven't got the mystical penny because I hid it in my pocket. Yes! God! Oh, thank goodness!
You see, they knew it was high time for a duel.
And then she used the pretty penny to shine light and start melting us. And now that you're all caught up, let's keep going. Wait, Alice, we can use our pennies to reflect the light back at them.
You're right. Pinch the pennies.
And with that, all of the nebulae people began to melt. And we took the pretty penny for ourselves.
And they thus became the aristocrats of the nebulae village.
Pinch a penny for me, why don't you?
How many pennies could a penny pincher pinch if a penny pincher could pinch a penny?
please do a shout out to all the volunteers and staff who made the games possible. Dana McKee is my daughter, but she may kill me if I mention her name. I'm willing to risk death if you are. Now, we've seen a ton of amazing improv, and I think it's just about time to find out what's in the box! Thank you, everyone. So this has been a wild ride of an emotional night, and to help us close the show and talk some business, please welcome to the stage the co-chair of the National Artistic Advisory Committee, Spencer Dunn!
As if my mouth wasn't dry enough. No. Why did I take a bite before I said anything? My name is Spencer, and I am the co-chair of the Artistic Advisory Committee. Welcome to National Finals! That's the show. No. So we have some people to thank. Well, I don't have my mouth. I'm gonna thank you for this. I'm gonna put it so that pictures don't just have a Tim Hortons bag. We have some people to thank, and we're gonna thank them in the traditional Canadian improv games way, which is with a beep beep. Thank you, Lisa. Let's give a big beep beep to Lisa. Beep! So that's our practice, and also Lisa deserves it. So we are going to give some beep beeps to some sponsors. Ready? Bishop's University. Amber Tech Printing. Algonquin Theater in Huntsville. University of Ottawa. The National Arts Center. And I'm going to give a huge round of applause to our incredible, incredible sponsor that has been broadcasting on CBC. When that CBC crew showed up here on Monday, I think they were a little scared, and we watched the producer and the assistant producer and all the people involved just cackle at the back of the room watching this. They are in love with it, and we're in love with them. So thank you so much, CBC. I also want to do some other thank yous. We're going to give a huge beep beep to the Capitol Hill Hotel for hosting us, for Arts Court for doing workshops. Great. I want to give a huge beep beep to all of, this is a national festival, as you know. People are from all over, and they bring parents and they bring chaperones and they get people here safely and keep them safe while they're here. So let's give a huge beep beep to those people. Love it. I want to give a huge chant beep to some of the people that have set aside their time from their lives to help foster and encourage young people to be better, more connected and responsive and wonderful people. Okay, keep it really low for now. Oh yeah, don't forget to build though. I want all of the coaches of all of the teams that were here this week of the whole festival to please rise so we can beat that. Beep, 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 beep.
stepping on donuts so you don't have to. The Spencer donuts. Okay, great. 6 teams. So I want to make sure that we also give just a very fast beep beep to all the people that set aside their time to help come and run this festival and this organization. We are an organization built almost entirely on volunteer work, and people set aside their life and their time to make sure that these people have wonderful lives, and it enriches us all. So can we give a huge beep beep to our volunteer team? Love them. I want to very quickly, and then I have some numbers, and then we're going to all go sleep now. Sleep, yes. I do really want to quickly just have the players who are sitting here, if you could just raise your hand if this is your first time at the National Festival, that would be great. You see, as I say, every night and every week and every year and all the time in my life, and you've heard a lot about how this organization changes lives a lot, so I won't be too long, but I just say, I'm what I am, a barefoot weirdo that steps on donuts in his spare time. Thank you, but what I really mean from that is just that the world outside has a pretty hard time placing value on people who are under 18, probably because they can't vote, and that is an incredible untruth, because every time I watch this, I watch value, and all of you, this is part of you, a beep beep, a sleep to all of you, because you come here and your being here at the National Arts Center in these seats empowers young people. You are all wonderful, empowered people, and I am truly lucky and honored, and I love meeting all of these people all week, and it's a wonderful thing to see young people be good. So let's give that a hand. Great. I have some numbers in front of me, and that's really difficult. So I encourage us all to remember as I read them. I'm going to introduce some guests to hand out medals from 5 through 1. Yeah, definitely hold each other's hands, because I'm not already on the brink of tears as I already am. So I have some numbers that are going to be placed to art, and that is really difficult. And these are the winners for tonight as we go up, and it's the rankings for tonight. Any other night it would be different. So I'm going to announce some special guests, and we are going to read some scores. So, to present the 5th place award, please welcome to the stage Saskatchewan Regional Producer Cam Chowman and board member Jameson Glass. Oh my gosh, did I ever get ahead of myself? You two can just stand there for a second, because I didn't read any rounds yet. Sleep, okay. I really want to get out here, thank you. Great, so, here's how I'm going to do this. I'm going to read this round by round, and then we'll see what happens at the 4th round. Spoiler alert, Cam and Jameson are involved. Ready? Round 1. GISS in their character event scored a 293. Canterbury in their theme event scored a 280. Luther in their style event scored a 294. Ari Mountain in their story event scored a 267. GP Vanier in their character event scored a 290. Round 1. Round 2. GISS in their life event scored a 277. Canterbury in their style event scored a 232. Luther in their life event scored a 261. Ari Mountain in their theme event scored a 255. GP Vanier in their story event scored a 309. Round 2. Round 3. GISS in their style event scored a 282. Canterbury in their life event scored a 224. Luther in their story event scored a 290. Ari Mountain in their life event scored a 284. GP Vanier in their theme event scored a 277. Round 3. And now, to present the 5th place for, okay, great. I'm going to read these scores in ascending order. The team is going to come up and get a huge round of applause and get some medals from Jameson and Cam. Sound good? Say yes? Yes! And then they're very quickly going to return to their seats, and we'll continue as such. Great. With an event score of 264, bringing their total score to an even 1,000 in their story event. Give it up for Canterbury! To present the 4th place award, please welcome to the stage Vancouver Island Regional Producer Jordan Holmes and CBC personality Andrew Fung. Amazing. It's okay that I called you CBC personality?
Yeah, I do that, yes.
Great. With an event score of 280, bring their total up to 1,086 in their style event. Give it up for R.E. Mountain! Present the 3rd place award. Please welcome to the stage Lower Mainland Judge Natalie Collins and NAC Associate Producer Xavier Forget. Amazing. With an event score of 287, bring their total up to 1162 in their life event. Give it up for GP Vanier! To present the 2nd place trophy named for the late, great Jamie Willie Wiley, who once told me that if you're going to pie someone on a stage, use shaving cream instead of whipped cream because whipped cream goes bad in your face and shaving cream is just soap. And the trophy is named for him, one of our founders. Please welcome, he contributed a lot more, but that's just what I really did. Please welcome to the stage Festival Coordinator and Online Wildcard Regional Producer and my work husband, Mac Brock, and Head of CBC Comedy, Michelle Daly. Amazing. Here's how numbers work. When I read the 2nd place team, you will, of course, know who the 1st place team is. But I'm giving you more credit, which means to say that you're going to cheer just as hard for the next team that I'm about to say as you are for the other team I'm going to say. Cool? So I'm going to say yes? Yes! Great. With an event score of 319, bring their total score to 1164 in their theme event. Give it up for Luther! Were you chanting floor 6? Amazing. To present the, let me just got my thing. Present the first place trophy, please welcome to the stage Tri-City Regional Producer Jay Reed and the man for whom the trophy is named, Old Man Improv himself, Howard Jerome!
Before I have the privilege of handing over my trophy to this year's winning team, I have to tell you, I haven't seen a losing team here tonight. Just one brief word and then we'll party. The word is legacy. 6 months ago, the man who taught me improvisation went on to his great improvisation with Sky. His name, David Shepard. David Shepard, until his last week, was improvising with me on the telephone. At one point, he said, I think I'm near death's door. And I said, oh, what does that look like? And boy, it was a wonderful improvisation. Death's door. You folks are using improvisation to explore your lives now. The folks who went before you are exploring their lives. But we, senior citizens, are also using improvisation to explore our lives. Finally, about legacy. You've mentioned Sandra Oh's name several times here tonight. I had the privilege of standing on this stage and watching her some 25 years ago and seeing this girl with nothing but legs and arms and declaring with the biggest, bravest heart you ever saw, I will walk this world my way. I will not do what you want me to do. I will be the person that I want to be. Sandra Oh, thank you for being that person. And for the last bit before I do this, I want you all to stand up, everybody. And I want you in the next 10 seconds to do a 360, make as much eye contact as you can, and applaud as madly as you can, because there are 25 more Sandra Oh's in this audience tonight! My last pleasant duty is to present this year's championship to the winning team of the Canadian Improv Games. Would you welcome to our stage the team from GISS?
with the first place team, GISS. Now, how do you guys feel after your amazing victory? You guys are doing improv, you can't speak? Good! Congratulations, guys!
Thank you! Thank you!
All right, what is your relationship with the other teams?
Amazing! All of you are phenomenal and beautiful, and seeing extraordinary things that we've all created is phenomenal, and oh my god, jeez!
I think that one of the most beautiful things about this art form is that we tell the truth through stories, and those stories can be the most outlandish and the most ridiculous and hilarious stories, but they have brought us all so close together, and this community is unlike anything else. It's so beautiful.
All right, thank you guys. Congratulations. That was GISS first place winners at the Canadian Improv Games. This has been a presentation of Algonquin College Broadcasting.